Hi, I'm back. This is lesson 9. This is going to be a tiny, short little lesson. We're going to talk about, looking at the user interface, we're going to talk about the brush tool. So come on over here to your tools, click on your brush tool, and you will see the options appear up here. You might see the ones from the first lessons that we did. I've been playing with this, so they're all gone. You might see your airbrush and stuff there. You can choose between various brushes that are there. We're just going to use the regular brush. You've got the size of the brush that you can choose, the hardness. This icon toggles off on and on some of our other brushes that we've looked at before. You've got the modes for how the brush combines with what's down there. Opacity is how opaque something is. If something is 100% opaque, you cannot see through it. If it's 50, then you kind of see through it. And if it's 0, it's completely invisible. I mess with my students all the time. If one of them's in my way, I'm trying to do attendance and I can't see through them, I will say that they're too opaque and they need to move because their opacity is too high. And they look at me funny. The smart ones will go, "Oh, ha, 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 that's funny, Mr. Routhier." Most of them just kind of look at me like, "What?" Yes, geek humor. Sorry. Here's the flow, and this is how fast the color comes out as you do your thing. Let's just play with this image already. Oh, look at the kind of already played with this image a little bit. Let me. Can I undo a couple of these things here? As you can see, I've been painting already. Alright, anyway. So let's click on our brush. Let's change our size to 100. So 100 pixels wide. The hardness is, if it's 100% hard, it means it has a nice clear line around the stroke. Nice and well defined. If it's 0, it's the colors kind of diffuse and blend nicely. So we'll set the hardness to 0. And let's not change anything else for the moment. Let me just show you what this looks like. Now if I draw this, you can see it's just kind of this big hairy line that appears in the middle. And that's not too cool. Let me show you a better way where you can manipulate this picture. To undo something I've done that I don't like, I can do Control Z, and it goes away. And by the way, if you want to do multiple undos, you've got to do Control Alt and then Z. Okay, so now let's change our blending mode. Go way down here to color. And if I'm going too fast, just play it again. Make me slow down. You can control me. Let's lower our opacity down to 20. My son's making lunch. That's what all that nice noise is. Okay, there's a 20. And then the flow. Do we want to edit the flow down? Let's see. I'm kind of following some instructions here to help you out. I guess we'll just kind of leave it at that. All right. Now let's draw. Let's do the same deal here. Oh, you know what? We never picked a color. I apologize. Down here is the foreground color and the background color. If I want to pick a color, oh, by the way, if I want to do automatic black and white, I've got this little icon here with a tiny little black and white square, and I can do that. And then I've got this little switcher that I can click, and it switches the foreground and background colors. Now let's change this color. Let's click on the little foreground icon, and I can, change it to red or purple or, whatever I want. Change it to a color that you have. Notice I got some nice blues in here, so I'm going to click on blue, and I'll pick kind of a nice pretty blue. So I'll say OK to that. And now I've got blue as the color I'm using to paint. But notice my opacity is way down, and I've got my blending mode turned on. So now this shouldn't look like some harsh big blue you know, stripe in the sky. Now when I do this, look at that. It kind of, see how it kind of adds some color to the clouds, but you can still see the clouds. They're still there. I'm not destroying it. I'm just subtly changing it. Now, if I'm changing it for the good, or if I'm changing it for the bad, you know, that's kind of up to whoever's looking at it. But I'm altering it subtly, and this is one of the great things you can do with Photoshop, you know, enhancing a picture. Much better than that first stroke that I put up there. Okay. Well, like I said, this is going to be a short little lesson, and that was it. That's all I got for you. So we'll just save this picture real quick. We go File, Save, say OK, and thank you very much. Oh, I can't reach the thing to end it. Hold on a second.